What's up YouTube? It's your computer engineering gamer back with some fresh new content, and in 2024, streaming is one of the biggest sources of entertainment on Twitch, YouTube, and even a vertical platform like TikTok. We'll just sit and let X think it's a good source for that. With the blow up of live streaming in the last couple of years, many people have been wanting to get into streaming, but one of the biggest issues that someone may run into is the cost of getting a computer capable of streaming and gaming. To get a high-end machine capable of running your games at the highest settings with amazing frame rates in streaming is going to potentially cost you thousands of dollars. And even though you shell out that kind of money, you are still going to take a hit on your streaming and gaming performance by running them both on the same machine. As we have seen, a solution to this exists by using a dual PC setup. This allows you to offload the computation necessary for streaming from your gaming PC to a second PC so that you can ensure your games are running as efficiently as possible and your stream has a consistent flow of data from the stream PC to the network. There are multiple reasons that this works better for both machines. The first one, like I said, is just straight up computation. The CPU is considered the workhorse of your computer that is specifically developed to have the best sequential computing. Sequential computing is important because instructions are fed to your CPU from the memory, where program instructions are stored. Taking a look at a basic program, you can see that if we were just to add 4 numbers, there are things that must happen in order before the other things can happen. To do this, the CPU will add the first 2 numbers, the third to that, and the fourth to that. So you can see how sequential computing works. Your CPU is taking in millions and billions of these every second. This ranges from handling input from your keyboard, moving your mouse, running your operating system, and importantly for our discussion, your game and your stream. There are many parallel computations to run, but that's more for the GPU to handle, for gaming at least. To handle running the computations for the game and in handling instructions to pass data to your system and to the internet, you must run all these instructions through your CPU. Now this runs into the problem of potentially bottlenecking your system and slowing down both of the programs. Your system will not push out frames as quick to your Twitch stream, and your audience may experience either lag, latency, lower frame rate, quality, or choppy frames in the stream. This will detract from the viewer experience, however on the user side, you may experience some of these in your game. The second reason is due to internet. If you're gaming and streaming on the same connection, then you're going to be throttled on your internet by, having to load games, especially if it's from an internet game, and then pushing out frames and packets to Twitch. However, there's a limit that can be sent on a computer's single port. There have been steady improvements in this over time with bidirectional ports, ports able to send and receive data transmission at the same time, general protocol speed increases, and more. Regardless of this, there is always a limit that can be sent and received at the same time, and if data is being pushed out too much or data is being brought in at a faster rate, your bandwidth may be limiting what can be sent, and you can either experience packet loss in your game's data received, causing you to experience lag, or you may be suppressed in the packets your computer is sending and the overall frame rate of your stream is limited. This is where the second PC comes in. Now you might be saying, I can't just get a whole second PC, that's so expensive. Like, I already paid, $1,000 on this one, how am I gonna get another one? A good PC might run you anywhere from $1,500 to $4,000 depending on what you're investing in. However, if you already have one of these, or a good console that you enjoy playing from that itself only costs about $400 or $600, because goddamn I hope you are not buying a PS5 Pro, then you might not want to spend that. This is where the new, and I think the future of general house computers comes in, the mini PC. Now you might be thinking, oh yeah, obviously you can get a mini PC, just look at the Apple Mac Mini. And yeah, you might be right about that, and you might also notice that a new Mac Mini will run you at $600 up to $1,300. However, if you look up mini PCs on Amazon, you can find tons of them. Some of the brands sponsored by Amazon and feature multiple options include GM-K-Tech, Kamarui, B-Link, and more. The best part about these mini PCs is for their size, they quite honestly pack a good deal into them. Taking inspiration from laptop technology, these companies were able to compact these into a home computer option by getting rid of the built-in screen and packing it instead with general computation products, cutting the cost that Apple tags on by building it in-house with their M2 chips. At the low end of the Mac Mini, you can only get a 256GB of SSD storage with their 8-core M2 CPU. Just to upgrade to the 512GB system with the same GPU, CPU, and options will cost you an extra $200. This runs you at a cost of 78 cents per gigabyte to upgrade your computer's memory. However, taking a look at any other memory option on PC Part Picker, you can see that most SSD options only run less than 10 cents per gigabyte. Yes, these are full-size memory stick options, but all the same. Taking a look at Amazon's bestseller from B-Link, the S12 Pro Mini PC cost $167, not sponsored in this video by the way, and features an Intel 12th Gen Alder Lake with 16GB of DDR4 RAM and 500GB of storage. The device has a USB 3.2 and Wi-Fi 6, so not up to date entirely, but nowhere near behind in terms of today's standards. You're obviously going to be limited to your port options, but the device can feature full dual displays, an Ethernet port, and 4 possible USB ports with the headphone jack. This gives you a USB port for keyboard and mouse while having 2 other open ports if they each have a separate connection. Upgrading to the Beelink 1TB option cost $100 extra, only an upgrade cost of about 20 cents per gigabyte, about 4 times cheaper than the Apple Mini. And don't just look at the one that I listed, there are plenty of options on Amazon that you can look through that have the specifications and other things listed with options that maybe you want to look at. So enough about the options and specs, and let's get into why this could be your best option for streaming. Number 1, cost effective. Listen, if you're just starting out streaming, you may be making next to nothing. And if you're just looking to start streaming and you're looking to have a dual PC setup, you are making nothing from it because you haven't even started. So there's no point in dumping your life savings into building two $4,000 machines to stream it from. It's not guaranteed to generate revenue. Amazon's option was $167, and you can find a mini PC that most likely has all of your peripheral ports available with HDMI ports that allow you to use any of your peripherals for a keyboard and mouse while getting input from a capture card. Number 2, convenience. Now let's get real here. With 8 billion people on this planet, many countries struggling with housing and prices through the roof, many people are on a space budget. The convenience of having a small PC means you don't have to go through the trouble of getting a second desk for a second mid-size or full-size tower PC. You can move this thing anywhere. Let's say you have a streaming session and you record the stream to your mini PC. You may want to edit this down into a video to upload on YouTube and maybe don't have the time to sit in your streaming area to do so. Maybe you just want to sit in the living room, feel out a different space. With any other monitor and peripherals, it's just as easy to save your work and power down this PC while going to a different area to work. Getting in a good stream and having some good recordings and need time to work on them, but you're traveling for work or vacation, but you'll have downtime, bring it along with you. This affords you the option to work on the go, similar to a laptop, but even less bulky. Number 3, performance. This is the obvious for like any dual PC setup, and we covered most of that in the beginning of the video, so I'm not going to hash on this too much. But you can assure yourself the comfort of gaming without performance loss with the easy use of a mini PC. With this, I leave the door open to exploration for you. Don't just take my word for it, as a mini PC really is just one of the options out there. Maybe it's better for you to have a second PC. Maybe you have the spare budget. Maybe a laptop is better for you. But as a consumer, you should be informed of all your options and the benefits that they may offer. A mini PC isn't all sunshine and rainbows. Yes, you will need a capture card to capture your gameplay. Yes, you will need a monitor separate. It all matters what you need to operate. As always, a lesson: a man is lost without the sauce, but the same man can get lost in the sauce. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace.